different podcast. The Joe Budden podcast is where I initially saw this story, and we're talking about the Stefon Diggs. It seems to be allegedly his name is the one that Offset found in Cardi B's phone book. And allegedly, or I think maybe she confirmed it, she had an affair on Offset while she was 8 months pregnant.
I don't remember the exact number, but.
And it was Stefon Diggs. Let me start here, bro. What did you think when you heard it was Stefon Diggs was the dude, and it was all that Cardi B has had the affair with?
For Offset, be careful, because you was out there allegedly doing your own thing. And now, can you get mad? That's the question. Can you get mad if your wife, what's good for the goose is good for the gander on you?
Yeah. And
then not only that, but she upscaled it financially and so like, what do?
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, wow. It's like whenever you break up with somebody, you always try to make sure that the next person is equally, if not better than, so that when they look, oh, well, I can't be mad at you. You did improve.
Yeah. I'm sitting here laughing at what you're saying, but also my comedy hero, Chris Rock, had the bit, and I'm not going to do it. But the premise of it was, fellas, if you get caught cheating, run. Because if you stay, you going to get cheated on.
Yes.
And you know the next man.
Yes. Yeah, you know him. You know him already. You probably shook his hand.
What Chris say? He said, he been in your house. He sat in your chair. He ate your chicken. Yeah. And so to sit here and hear you say that, that's the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, you probably should have got out of that. Yeah. If I'm keeping it humorous. But can you truly be upset? I had a serious discussion with someone about a year or so ago about this exact topic. About if a man was out here doing his thing and you turn around and your lady, and you get busted, and then you turn around and you find out and hell, let's say you don't even get busted. Let's just say you didn't get busted, but you find out your lady's out here in the streets, maybe just one time.
100.
Yeah. What do you do? What does your inside tell you that you are going to do? Because the other thing I think about is The Best Man.
Yes.
With Morris Chestnut's character.
Yes. We all like to say, I can say from my point of view, I'm like, listen, I'm done. I'm out. It's not even a question. I know I'm done. But the reality of it is when you're in that situation, it might not be as easy as you say. Your feelings say, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not even a question. But love covers a multitude of sins. So I say that to say, I don't know how you forget it, but then how do you expect her to forget it?
Right.
So.
Right. The thing I said to that individual was, whether I was out there or wasn't out there and she was, or I was out there and she knew, or she was out there and she didn't know, or however you wanted to lay it out. I think when you're young, you think, fuck that. Yeah. I'm out. I don't need this.
Definitely.
I'm ghosted. But I think as you get older and you get wiser, because we all should, you can make at least a more of an educated or more thought out decision. Because then you have to take into the amount of time we've had together.
Yes.
Are there kids involved?
Did I do anything to potentially make this
That's the other
happen?
That's the other thing.
In the reality of, in that situation, allegedly he's been out there multiple times. Maybe he has another kid. I don't know the whole stories of them too.
Right.
But at some point, you got to be like, I done did enough dirt that maybe she got to the point where she said, oh, okay, now I'm going to do it back to you. Or she let all of that slide and I just continued to do it. So, I don't know. It's a hard one. Again, because, my brain goes to the pregnant thought of it and like, I don't want to say this, my thought process, but, I got some weird thought processes of, poking my baby in the head type of thing.
Look, bro, that was the only thing that got me to was, all right, if I did do allegedly and now you want to get it back at me, That's one thing.
Yeah.
But you're pregnant with my baby.
Yeah.
I mean,
she cut deep. She cut deep. She cut deep. She cut deep with it. Like, and then again, stepped up the game. Like he just got $100 and something million. Which big bank take little bank all the time.
Yes, which you always say, and which takes us to the Joe Budden clip that we saw, which we're still in this idea from them as a topic. Do you have to, as a man, say that dude is a step up above me? You know, let's take it off of Offset and Stefon Diggs. Let's say nothing wrong with this, but let's just say you a bus driver.
Yeah.
Or an Uber driver, and she cheats on you with, let's say, some Wall Street broker who's living in whatever neighborhood may be the best neighborhood in your city. What do you do when you find this out? Can you be mad if it was a level up? Dave?
You're still going to be mad.
I love these.
You're going to be mad. But at some point, reality has to step in. Like, man, I don't believe she did that, but I understand. Like, I think my wife gave me a cheat code, like a cheat pass with Janet Jackson. You know,
Control.
Like, yeah, I understand. Like, you can't say, well, you didn't understand. You know, Summer Hayek, I think is what it was. No, it's Summer. Yeah, Summer for me.
You can't even remember who
either one of them two. You know, you can't. How do you get mad?
Oh, Selma.
Like, you cheated with that person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it. I'm mad, but I understand.
I think women are better at that than men are, because I've known some women, nothing to have to do with me, but I've known some female friends who were like, but with that bitch though?
Yeah.
You know,
listen,
with that one?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, step it up.
Yes. And most, I think women are more understanding, like you said, that they would be like, oh, okay, I get it. She's a supermodel, or, she was this. So I understand it. But if you do it with the hood rat, they like, come on.
You do make it a great point. And again, this is all alleged in terms of Cardi B and Offset's relationship, and then even adding the Stefon Diggs thing into it. But to make it across the board, there have been some situations, and I heard one recently, which I'm not going to share because it's someone else's personal business, where I sit and I listen to it. And you can almost, when you're hearing it, know, bro, she going to probably cheat on you. Or, bro, she going to leave you, because I'm listening to the story and you're not doing what you should be doing.
Yes.
How you should be. Whether it's being the type of man I think you should have been, or the type of man she wants you to be, or just your decision-making process has been bad for a while. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's been looking the other way on it. However you want to put it, which there's been stories I'm listening to. I'm like, she's either going to cheat on you or she's getting ready to be out.
Yeah. And I've been, I want to say BC days, on the opposite side, where I've heard well, he doesn't do this, or he's not giving me that, or you fit something, which is why I always tell women, be careful who you share your husband's stuff with. Oh, he does this and he does that because somebody's sitting on the sideline waiting.
Oh, okay.
Double dutching, waiting for you to mess up, for you to slip, for you to stagger on the sideline, and they trying to jump in. So don't be telling your girlfriends, oh, my husband bought me this, he does that, he does, because they don't have that. And I understand sometimes we want to share, sometimes we don't need to share.
Well, and the best thing, the way to remember that too, and the fellas are going to hate us for saying this.
Okay. Like I said, I've been on the other side.
But the best way to remember that, ladies, is just remember the fact that women are always saying there's no good men out there.
Yes.
So if you got one, best believe there's somebody close in your camp who wants them.
and is waiting for you to mess up.
Yeah.
To discard him.
Yeah, especially, I was just getting ready to say, especially if you're somebody who's always complaining.
Yes.
Now, that could be on the other side too, for men, because I've seen it less, though, where a man will follow up behind another man and try to snatch his woman off the street.
We don't care.
I've seen it less than females, though.
Yes, because there's a little bit of chivalry still in them. They're like, well, I want to earn my man. I want to be deserving of the man.
No. I've seen it less where a man is looking to just snatch up your lady from you? If you, I've seen that more with females.
I think it's flipped now because
Okay.
like here in Phoenix, it's like 7 or 8 to 1, female to male.
Okay.
So there's less males that are out here. So there's more women who now want to be, and maybe this is another topic for next week, side pieces, jump off, the other woman as opposed to being the wife.
Yeah.
I see it all the time where they say, I don't want to be the wife. I want to be the side piece. I only want this responsibility or this. Yeah. I don't understand it, but this is what I hear.
Okay. And yeah, leave it in the comments. Maybe you guys know something different. Maybe you guys can educate us on it. But yeah, that whole, and before we get off of it, Deion Cole was on Club Shay Shay, and here's another piece of this.
Yes.
Deion said he doesn't know if he would break up with a woman if she cheated on him. Because I think he was like Shannon had to stop and take a drink of his drink real quick. Like he couldn't believe it or he couldn't agree with it. But I thought Deion was making a great point. What does this woman, who is she?
Yes.
Is she the president of a Fortune 500 company? Or again, nothing to knock this profession, does she drive a bus? Like who is she in life and who is she to you in your world before you just up and say, I'm out, I'm breaking up with her because you cheated on me? Well,
as a former bus driver, I had to take some of that back. As an older, more refined gentleman, I can say that because there's not so many potentially good things out there, that there's always something that you're going to take off the table because nobody's 100% perfect.
Right.
So if they had an affair and the affair was something that is easier to understand, I wasn't treating you right, you were traveling a lot, we were having a contentious time, so it kind of made sense as opposed to everything is going great and it sideswiped you.
Right.
And I think at his age, he understands that, well, what if I was on the road a whole bunch and I wasn't home?
Right.
And, I was neglecting something that you needed. So, I could be more understanding and maybe it gave me the reason to correct some things, as opposed to, as I said, if everything is going great and it sideswipes you, I think that's a really harder affair, or like for some women, an emotional affair is worse than a sexual affair.